Okay, so my friend had an idea that was I've been kicking around what to put on the top of a jockey shift, and I had a friend that I asked, and he said he liked an actual like handle or a grip or like something you would insert your fingers into. Which inserting your fingers like brass knuckles, a lot of people do that. That sounds like a terrible idea. Just in case you do wreck, four of your fingers or all five get ripped off or broken or yeah, it just sounds like a terrible time. So I thought about an individual little uh, raised area, like a handle with individual grip areas for each finger, and then round off the top or fill it up or anything like that. So I think what I'm going to do is take a chunk of this pipe, cut a lot of pieces of metal very smaller, and lay beads. Actually, I might just weld beads across this so that way I can file them down, maybe cut away a little out of the material or something. But I will be able to take a nut, weld a nut on the top or on the bottom of this, and screw it in there to the top, weld a screw attachment to the handle, the lever. I'm at a loss for words this morning. And that will screw into there, and then I will put either one or two locking nuts on there. Actually, sorry, just one locking nut. So that way I can put this in the position I want and then use the locking nut to keep that in that position and go from there. So I think what I'll do is put this in a vise, clean it up, lay some beads, and then wind up grinding all of that down with a flapper disc. So let's get to work. Chopped off more than likely, yeah, because I'll have enough room up here and enough room down here, and that'll give me exactly what I'm looking for. And I'll take a flapper wheel and grind off the top so it's flush, and then probably weld on a washer or build up some material. I get a pen. So this is actually going to go in reverse. Ooh, this is different. Yeah, so my screw is going to be on, or my nut is going to be on the top, so they'll fill it in that way, and then I'll have to fill in the bottom somehow. So, okay, I want a little bit of wiggle room. So I'm going to do there. That's where my knuckle sits. That's where that sits. That's where that sits. And that'll be that. So, yeah, about there. So that'll do well, and then I'll lay a giant bead across the top, and I'll draw in between all of these for a little bit of wiggle room. So I'll lay beads across the middle of it, and we'll go from there. Material on this. Okay, I have made a few passes and I have made this. That's not good. And now I have a shift lever. So I will now be able to operate however I want. Okay, I'm taking a break from the clutch because I'm not entirely sure how I want to attack that, but I have come to the conclusion that I want to complete something today, or feel like I did. don't get me wrong, the jockey shift lever handle is, I mean, start to finish, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon and I started that like 4 hours ago. So that's pretty good for making a handle from nothing or scratch. But I just wanted to accomplish one other thing today, which I thought I would knock out something easy because of the fact that it really completes the bike. There's only 3 things, maybe 4 that you need to look at to complete a bobber. One is a gas tank, a rear fender, if you have one, and the other is a headlight. And so I don't have a headlight mount, but I got a headlight. So what I'm going to do is bend this piece at 90 degrees, so this headlight will actually mount up to this and be able to articulate higher if it needs to, because I'll chop it off, or sorry, it'll be at a 90 degree bend. So I will be able to mount it like yay. So this will be mounted to the bike, this will be up in the air. I need it out of a thick piece of stock because I don't know if it'll actually hold, because it is a headlight and there's not a lot of bracket to hold it. I don't like the original bracket because it's huge, bulbous, looks ugly, and it holds a headlight that's much bigger. So what I'm going to do is cut the tabs off of it and weld them probably directly onto this, depending on if I can get away with that. So I might actually take some smaller stock. Yeah, this is probably what I'll wind up doing. Take some smaller stock, punch a couple holes in it, cut the side off of it, basically round it off, pretty it up, weld that piece to this piece, and that should be good. And there's what that'll look like. Jockey shift lever, mounted gas tank, and the headlight. It's looking good so far.